Hi, I'm Marvin de Rosario.
I'm Kimberly Pabiloña.
And my name is Ryan Suarez.
We're here to present our ARCDES3 midterms, given with the limitations of having 8 high-cube containers.
And we were given the opportunity to design for paralytic children ages 4 to 12. And we chose the site in UP Dalaman Area 2.
So for our introduction, Marvin, can you give us a brief definition about paralytic?
Well, Kim, paralytic is a condition suffering from poliovirus where a person is paralyzed and affects the nervous system, which makes the limbs of the legs of a person paralyzed.
Oh, okay. What about this poliovirus?
Poliovirus, also known as poliomyelitis, is a highly infectious viral disease which mainly affects young children. The virus is transmitted by person to person, spreading mainly to the fecal-oral route, or less frequently by a common vehicle. Examples for this is food and water. And it multiplies in the intestine where it can affect or invade our nervous system, so it can cause paralysis.
To understand it more, let me show you a demo. Polio is a viral infectious disease spread from person to person. The virus easily spread through the fecal-oral route via contaminated water or food. The virus becomes attached to the nerve cell receptors on the intestinal walls and then releases RNA into the cell, which takes over the ribosome of the whole cell and forms more polioviruses inside, making the whole cell burst and release new viruses back into the bloodstream. Nerve cell death can lead to muscle paralysis, mostly in the legs.
What can they do about people having this virus? Are there any cure for it?
Good question, Kim. There is this T, and P, diagnose, treat, and prevent.
So for the diagnose, at first, physical examination which a doctor may notice that the patient has impaired reflexes, back and neck stiffness, or difficulty lifting his or her head while lying flat. The doctor will also take a sample of the patient's throat secretions and cerebrospinal fluid, which is the fluid surrounding the brain and the spinal cord. The sample is then tested to see if it contains poliovirus. For the treatment, sadly, there is no cure for polio. Doctors can only treat the symptoms while the infection runs its course. The most common treatment include rest, painkillers to relieve headaches, muscle aches, and muscle spasms. Of course, antibiotics for urinary tract infections, portable ventilators to help with breathing, physical therapy, or corrective braces to help with walking, physical therapy for pain, and wheelchair for difficulty in walking. The best way to prevent polio is to get vaccinated, but it can cause allergic reaction, breathing problems, high fever, dizziness, hives, swelling of throat, and rapid heartache. After our background for paralytic and poliovirus, we now go to our site, UP Diliman. A brief background about UP Diliman. The University of the Philippines, Diliman, is the biggest campus and the physical seat of the UP system administration. To date, it is the largest constituent university in terms of the number of degree-granting academic units, student population, faculty, and library resources. UPD occupies 493 hectares of prime land in Quezon City, offering a comprehensive array of disciplines in the baccalaureate and post-baccalaureate levels. To show, there is a UPD map given. To be more specific in our site, it is located at Area 2. It is a walking distance to eating area, close to Oval of Athletes, near a residential area, alumni house and eating area, film center, Malawi dorm, Vanguard, which is a ROTC building, access from Commonwealth, and lastly, field care, manpower services. These areas will be shown in our further presentation. And for our objectives for the paralytic children, first of all, we still want to make them play the role as a child, despite their conditions. Because for today, children with this kind of condition are sent to centers that are only healing their virus in a space where it is flat cornered by four walls and having a plain and dry emotions. Those centers miss the fact that these children have the psychology aspects that affects the whole situation. We still want to make them experience that they are a child that needs to go outside and play and be creative. Second, to make them see that they all have equal opportunities because there's more out there than their wheelchair. Third, for them to have friends with the same condition and to realize they're not alone, because according to psychology, sharing their condition makes them less to think of it and lessen the depression that they are encountering. Lastly, healing their mind and the matter. Our goal is to heal their mind in the psychology aspect and their polio that they are experiencing. For our objectives for our area, we want a structure that is related or connected to other structures around it. A structure that can help and be open. Also for the UP students to make our structure or space useful for them in terms of exercising. For example, biking, running, jogging, and walking. And other academic relations like NSTP or ROTC. We want a center of physical checkup and rest place if needed. And a place that can hold an event. For our expected outcome for the paralytic children in our area, the children will be more open about their condition. There will be more active in physical therapy or the part of healing them because of the interesting space that they have. People in UP will see this as a new space for them to visit, as well as helping them in academic and athletic matter. It will help other structures in terms of food, place to spend time with friends and other school activities. For the expected output of our area, summing up all the research that we did about paralytic, here are the important spaces that we consider inside and outside of the structure. First, there is the treatment place, resting place, lounge for UP students, entertainment or learning place, both interior and exterior, lobby, open area for physical therapy, small office for the records, restrooms, food, open area for the events and hangout place.
Strategies. Applying the research about paralytic condition, involving the user to the structure in a productive manner. Example, handrails, braces, ramps, more ventilation, activities of the child with the parents, a shuttle transport that can roam the children around the UP campus and can also be used by the UP students for easier transportation. Available area for activities for more interaction of children to the UP students. Thesis. Learning centers and hospitals help paralytic children maximize their potentials. For our antithesis, setting paralytic children in a normal society still helps them achieve their potential. Synthesis. The center of mind and matter helps paralytic children experience equal opportunity and connect them to the normal norm of society.
Site analysis and contextualization. This is our macro site analysis and this is showing our zoning plan. The green one is for the campus core. The yellow one is the lot for academic and academic support units. The light green serves as the parks and the major open spaces, and the pink one is a residential and mixed use. These are the roads around our site. A. Bautista, Viola Street, Balagtas Street, Magsaysay Avenue, and Hilanan Street. Road network. The red line represents the major road which is used by public vehicles, specifically jeepney and taxi, and it is also used by private vehicles. The green line represents the minor road which is only used by private vehicles. Road condition. As you can see, there is an exit to Commonwealth Avenue from our side. There's also a path to Training Oval, and there's the street called Magsaysay Avenue, Balagtas Street, G. Bernardo Street, and this is used by different kind of students, and this is served as their eating area. Transport. This is a diagram that shows the flow of public and private vehicles. For the public vehicles, the red one shows the flow of going to Philcoa, Pantranco, and to SM North. The orange one is the flow of the jeep, going to Katipunan. The blue one is for UP Ikot, and the green one is for UP Toki, which is the reverse flow of the UP Ikot. The black arrow is for the bicycle lane. As you can see, there are no jeepney passing through our site, so we've decided to put a jeepney terminal as our strategy, not only for the paralytic children but also for the UP students. The structures around our site are Vanguard ROTC Building, UP Washington Garden of Native Trees, ang Bahay ng Alumni, UPFI Film Center, Art Circle Gallery, and the eating area. The ecological of our site, we have different kinds of tree around this area. We have makipad tree, alibangbang tree, coconut tree, mahogany tree, and palo santo tree. For the climate, the months January and December have a nice average temperature. A lot of rain falls in the months June, July, August, September, October, and November. The Quezon City has dry periods in January, February, March, and April. On average, the warmest month is May, the coolest month is December, August is the wettest month, February is the driest month. Here's a picture showing the topography of our site. 1 box is equals to 4 hectares. This is the sun path shadow of our structure from 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 4 p.m., showing the different shades of every specific time.
Our concept is time and space, emotional aspects of the subconscious mind, and with reference to existentialism. This helps us understand more on how to design for the paralytic children. There is this thing called the existential attitude. It is our orientation or perception of the world in our own perspective. In a paralytic child's eyes, they're already limited to their capabilities compared to a normal human being. Our environment is a factor in our subconscious. A better environment can manipulate a paralytic child's subconscious mind for them to do better. Ages 4 to 12 is part of the nurturing stage of a child, so we task to design an environment wherein the child will reach their maximum potential.
This is our site development plan, our structure placed in our specific site. This is our floor plan. This is our interior perspective showing different views. Perspective. Right elevation. Front elevation. Left elevation. Rear elevation. We have two sections, Section A, Section B.
That's our project, the Center of Mind and Matter.
Hope you enjoyed and learned something about our presentation.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, sige. One, isa
Hello?
thank you.
Akala ko ba
Okay.
ano?
Para i-cut na natin. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.